Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inside Talk Show. I'm Carla Elizondo. Inside Talk Show, it's an inside job. We're living from the inside out, not the outside in. We're not a victim to circumstance. We're in control of our emotions, which mean we are guarding our thoughts and our mind. We're continuing the reading. Oh, look at my green screen acting up. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. We are on chapter 11, entitled Acting in a Certain Way. We got about a page and a half in. I was doing a lot of talking on Friday, so we're continuing where we left off. I'll start a little bit to kind of catch up. It says, it is not your part to guide or supervise the creative process. It's not your part to control that. Our job is the inner work. Then when we open our eyes, the results we see will be from that inner work we do, controlling our emotions, how we want to feel, choosing the thoughts we're going to get emotionally involved with. That will dictate our circumstances and our experience of life. All you have to do with that is to retain your vision, stick to your purpose, and maintain your faith and gratitude. Faith and gratitude. Let me fix my hair. But you must act in a certain way so that you can appropriate what is yours when it comes to you. Remember, dig your ditches, be ready, so that you can accept the things in your picture and put them into proper places. You can readily see the truth of this. When your things reach you, they will be in good hands. They will be in the hands of other people who will ask an equivalent of them. You can only get what is yours by giving another person what is theirs. Your pocketbook will become bottomless. It will not always be full of money without effort on your part. You have to give to get. Givers gain. You got to give to get. Receiving is the crucial point in the science of getting rich, right here, where thought and personal action must be combined. It's not enough to just think, to visualize. You must act. There are many people who consciously or unconsciously set the creative forces in action by the strength and persistence of their desires. However, they remain poor because they do not provide for the reception of the thing they want when it comes. They're not prepared for it. They are not preparing themselves for it. That's by taking action. Whatever your action is to be, it is evident that you must act now. You cannot act in the past. It is essential to the clearness of your mental vision that you dismiss the past from your mind. You cannot act in the future because the future is not yet here. And you cannot tell how you will want to act in any future contingency until that contingency has arrived. We only have the present moment. Remember how we talked about on Friday. The future will become the present. So what are you throwing into the future? You know, if you've ever rock climbed or you see those mountain climbers, how they have kind of that anchor, that big metal anchor, and they throw it up and then they pull themselves up to that place, and then they throw it up and then they pull themselves. That's what we're doing all the time. We're doing that for our afternoon, for our evening today. We're throwing that anchor and then we're going to be there. It'll be the future. The future becomes the present. So wherever we're throwing our thoughts, we're throwing our emotions, our mind, our imagination is where we will end up. So make sure that you're entertaining, no matter what's going on around you, that you're only entertaining the things that you want to become the present. Because you are not in the right business or the right environment now, do not think that you must postpone action until you get into the right business or environment. Remember, don't feel like only until you get asked to be in the music video, then you're going to work out and be in the best shape of your life so you look good on camera. No, you have to look good on camera and be in the best shape of your life. Then you will get that music video. And that's just a very superficial, but what I'm saying is be ready, stay ready. It's like the professional baseball player doesn't get picked for the team and then trains so he'll be ready for the game. No, he's trained and ready for the game. Then he gets picked for the team. We have to be ready. Just because you're not there now, act like you are. Do not spend time in the present planning the best course in possible future emergencies. Have faith in your ability to meet any emergency when it arrives already. If you act in the present with your mind on the future, your present action will be with a divided mind and will not be effective. Put your whole mind into the present action. Whatever you're doing right now, do it the best. Will Smith has a great analogy that he learned from his father about laying the brick. Don't focus on the wall you're building. Focus on the brick you're laying, brick by brick, and then that creates the whole wall. Because we can be overwhelmed. This is all too much. I can't do all this. Focus on what you're doing right here, right now. then that'll create the future. Do not give your creative impulse to the original substance and then sit down and wait for results. If you do, you will never get them. Act now. Act now. There is never any time but now, and there will never be any time but now. If you are ever to begin to make ready for the reception of what you want, you must begin now. Your action must be in the present. Your action must be in your present business or employment and must be upon the persons and things in your present environment. You cannot act where you are not. You cannot act where you have been, and you cannot act where you're going to be. You can act only where you are. Do not dwell on whether yesterday's work was well or poorly done. Let the dead bury the dead. Do today's work well. Do not try to do tomorrow's work now. There will be plenty of time to do that when tomorrow comes. Do not try by occult or mystical means to act on people or things that are out of your reach. So don't try to control other people. Do not wait for a change of environment before you act. Cause a change of environment through action. I've been guilty of this. Waiting around for things to change. I have to make the change. Then things will change around me. And this is a really big lesson. If we're sitting around waiting, if you're stuck, if you've been getting the same results or you feel trapped, things are against you, there's no way to move. You've literally, there's just been walls put up against you, whether they be from you or from other people. You're just stuck and you feel powerless. It's only through the actions that we take. Here's an example. The other night, I was thinking about something and I was so scared. And I woke up in the middle of the night, really anxious. And to the point where it was at the height of anxiety. And I just wanted to jump out of my skin, literally pull my hair out, could. And through this work, thank God I do this work to keep me sane. I thought, okay, we're observing this. These are emotions. And I thought, okay, where are you? Let's ground. I'm laying in bed. I'm in a house. I'm in clean sheets. I'm safe. And I opened my eyes and I realized I haven't moved a muscle. My physical body didn't go anywhere. I didn't move a muscle. But yet moments before, I was really in the future, worrying and here and now, and looking in the present at present results and getting emotionally involved in just fear and anxiety and worry, stress. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I realized I didn't move a muscle. That proved to me, yet again, as this work does, that life, the way we experience it, our consciousness, doesn't exist in this world. It exists in the inner world. All of life that we experience happens inside. Then when we open our eyes, it's just a receipt of how we've been living. So think about that. If you feel stuck, if you don't like the results you're seeing around you, don't feel bad. Don't pay attention to them. They're already there. They're happening. There's nothing you could do to reverse time and rewind time and take them back. They're there. Deal with it. Accept it. It's important to acknowledge and accept what is. Now close your eyes and think of what you want. Dwell there. Stay there. Live there. Move from there. Have an attitude. Change your attitude. Change your outlook. Ask for help. Then move forward. Then your results will be different because you're taking action. Inside. Remember, the real action, the real free will we have is only inside. The rest of the evidence in our life is just the receipt of what we've already done on the inside. I hope that made sense. So don't try to change anybody outside. Do not wait for a change of environment before you act. Cause the change of environment to change through action. You're the change. If you don't like something in your life, if you are unhappy and you don't like something in your life or something's worrying or scaring you, you are the only one that can change it. So don't wait for the change of environment before you act. Cause a change of environment through action. You can act upon your present environment so as to cause yourself to be transferred to a better environment. Imagination is our savior. Imagine a better future. That's what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. did. He had a dream. He imagined a better future. And thank God enough people hopped onto that. And we're still living the benefits. I mean, how many streets and schools and buildings are named after that man? So hold with faith and purpose the vision of yourself in the better environment, but act upon your present environment with all your heart and with all your strength and with all your mind. Do not spend any time in daydreaming or castle building. Hold to the one vision of what you want and act now. Do not cast about seeking some new thing to do or some strange, unusual, or remarkable action to perform as a first step toward getting rich. For some time to come, your actions will probably be the same as those you have been performing. But now you will perform those actions in a certain way, which will surely make you rich. If you are engaged in some business and feel that it is not the right one for you, do not wait until you get into the right business before you begin to act. Do not feel discouraged or sit down and lament. Don't complain. Don't worry. Don't waste your time lamenting because you are in the wrong place. No person was ever so misplaced that he could not find the right place, and no person was ever so involved in the wrong business that he could not get into the right business. Hold the vision of yourself in the right business or in the right circumstance. Hold yourself in the vision that you want to be in, with the purpose to get into it and the faith that you will get into it. But act in your present business or your circumstance. Use your present circumstances as the means of getting a better one. And use your present environment as the means of getting into a better one. Your vision of the right circumstance is held with faith and purpose and will cause the supreme power to move the right circumstance towards you. And your action, if performed in a certain way, will cause you to move toward that circumstance. I kept changing the word business to circumstance because I think it encompasses all of it. I'll stop right there for today, but that's just a big lesson. If you're feeling lost, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling frustrated with how things are in your life right now, if you feel trapped, if you feel like there's no way out, if you're worrying, if you're struggling, always know that there is a way out. Nothing is permanent. That's the beautiful thing in life. The only constant is change. The perpetual law of transformation. Life is always moving, always changing, always growing. Into form, through form, out of form. That cycle is always happening. So if you're stuck, if you're in a bad place right now, know that it's not forever, but also know that you're the only one that can change it. Take control. Do what you have to do. If you feel inspired to reach out, I'm here for you. I offer free calls every week. Take advantage. I would love to meet you or answer any questions you have. And yeah, I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and we'll continue this reading throughout the week, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.